Today we talk about descent into the depths of the earth. And my god, look at this cover art. It's beautiful. It has a nice use of greens and blues. The humans look like actual people, and everything is drawn to scale. I'm not sure about this guy here tickling this Koatoa with some pink tentacles, though he seems to be enjoying it. But what kind of spell is that? What is it? Hell if I know, but the Koatoa seems to be enjoying it. Maybe it's Big B's tickling hand. So the module is written by Gygax himself. And how does he do? Well, let's just start the review. So you assemble the X-Men for a fight and prepare for your descent into the Earth. Now, there's no compulsion to undertake the journey into the Earth, because why would you? The module basically says, warning, if you play this module, you'll proceed to eat shit and die. Read that. Isn't that awesome? What's the point? It should just have a turd in the box set and a warning that someone will be by later to punch your sack in, because that's what winners do. So you start in a cave with stone icicles, and wait, what? Did he mean stalagmites? Is this module trying to be cute? Did Gygax forget the word? No, can't be. He uses words like tertiary and detritus. So why is this written like this? It's like a 5-year-old wrote it. I don't get it. But what if all D&D was like that? The green man went doo-doo in his metal pants. Roll a save or cry. Isn't that cute? No. Fuck you. So once you start going into the tunnels, you can fight things like trolls and drow. And giant slugs, where you can throw whole pizzas on its back. This guy is like, Mamma mia, my pizza is ruined. Well, don't make a pizza during combat, dumbass. Like most modules of this age, they don't give a shit about the content. And that's right, they want you to flesh it out. Look at this shit. Imagine if you did that at school. Give your teacher the bare bones of a book report and say, you breathe life into it, asshole. A+, every time. So they give you a lot of random encounter charts, like these, and these, and these, but they're better themed than most, but still fairly boring. However, you do get to encounter Umber Hulks, which is cool. Are you prepared for the Underdark, brother? That's right, my impression's shitty. So the tunnels are mostly random stuff at first, like this mind flayer giving you the middle finger, and gargoyles taking big dumps. But then, you get to the main adventure, and realize it's pretty much the same thing. Bad. So you enter the main cavern, and it's filled with stalagmites and stalactites. You know, the real word for these things, and not something cute like stone banana tops or some other asshole wordage. But who am I to judge? I'm no Gygax. So you find a passage with some piercers. Another passage with glittering crystals not worth anything, but they're pretty. And then there is Spur Cave, where you can find a purple worm who is just hatching her eggs. It mentions how there is no treasure inside the worm, and for you beginners out there, let's explain. So back in the wild days of D&D, things were more savage. Treasure could be inside the monster. Yeah, inside their body, meaning you would have to gut them and search their innards for gold and magic items. You know how in video games when you kill a bear and it drops treasure, and you think, hey, that's stupid, where did it come from? Turns out it's realistic, because D&D says you pull it right from their anus. Just reach in and pull it out. Happy now? Think about that the next time you're gathering loot from those animal mobs. It's poop loot. There's a small cavern with a lich, just totally chilling in the dark. He's like, what's up? You like evil stuff? What a douchebag. Imagine being some evil mastermind, and when you finally achieve immortality, you just lay in the dark cave forever. What's the point? Who'd want to be a lich if that's the end goal? At least vampires have castles and bitchin' capes, you know, a reason for being evil. But not liches, man. They're just lazy. Then there are some trolls who live in poop and bitch slap any intruders who dare enter their cave. This is my house, bitch. You just got pimp-handed by shit fingers. There's some bugbears who work for the drow like these guys, Grublex and Bruzblid. Then there's also Ruddig, who likes clothes, which is a surprisingly interesting quirk for these early modules, where most people are just stat lines. But this line also comes with some concerning implications. Does it mean bugbears normally hate clothes, and therefore all others are just naked? Could that be why they are called bugbears? So further in, there's troglodytes who tend dens of mushrooms and pile junk into mounds. I like how they make a note the fungi are fed with refuge and offal, making it less than fragrant. Are you afraid to say it smells like shit, Gygax? And if you don't want to be gross, why put it in at all? I'd rather you mention nothing than go half-ass, place a giant steaming pile of feces on the map, and tell me to roll to vomit, and stop pussyfooting around serious issues like a baby. But you also use stone icicles to describe stalagmites, so I shouldn't expect anything less. So this is the end of part 1 of the adventure, and then you start part 2, the Shrine of the Koatoa. There's also dragons. So it begins by arguing who goes first down the spooky cave system. Send the wizard. He looks like a dick. So you get more random encounter charts, where Koatoa pilgrims become a thing, and then you find Thupshib, the most depressing Koatoa in all the module. He sleeps in a pile of dead seaweed, his only friend is a fish, and he has severe anger issues, as anyone who doesn't speak his language gives him a 100% chance of making him go berserk and attacking. I guess he's trying to make the Underdark great again. Then there's some Smurf Neblin, and they're just gray gnomes. See, this is how you did the Underdark back then. Take any surface creature and turn them gray. Dwarves become Duger, elves become Drow. It's that simple. Need a new Underdark race? Grayscale it. Rainbows? Deathbows. Clouds? Choke sponges. The Pope? Mind flayers. See, the gnomes hate the Koatoa and look like this. They're mutants, because this guy has a dick for a knee. But this wizard is also a cone head and is carrying a purse, and has sunglasses, so he's a mess. So the gnomes sometimes fight the Koatoa by grabbing at their peepees like Mario here, and the Koatoa will fight back with splooge shields and using nets because it's more like a violent orgy than a war. Who knew fighting arousal would be more of a problem than monsters in the Underdark? So you go deeper, and you find altars to a naked lobster woman god. Her name is Bliddudu Ploop Plip, and I think the writers take a shit, and whatever sound their cheeks make while firing off the brown rocket becomes the name they use for their Koatoa. Prove me wrong. So there's some leeches in a water cave, and then you can find the throne room of Vagulig, and Vagulig is into bondage because he sits on octopi and has that distinctive Darkson outfit that makes him look like a joke. He's protected by some priests with garrote wire who attack in the most efficient way possible. And why mention that? Who attacks in the most inefficient way ever? Is that a problem in D&D? Okay, so the centaur gets on his hands, lifts his hooves over his head, grabs the axe, then walks over to you on his hands and tries to strike you with the axe. That seems needlessly inefficient. What's the problem? Okay, so he fumbles, the axe drops onto his face, and he takes d6 damage. Why not just attack normally? What's the point in this? For fun? Otherwise combat would be boring. D&D needs to be entertaining. What do you want? I walk up to you and hit you with my sword, then you hit me with your sword. Boring. Stop complaining. Go, it's your turn. Okay. Well, I take my sword, put it in my butt cheek like this, then I grab the ceiling with my bare hands, climb across it like a monkey, and then while I'm holding onto the ceiling, start thrusting my sword into the centaur. So the Koatoa have a meditation room where you can learn about the Mother of Lusts. And that's even too much for me. There's a breeding pool, which looks like a pond of jizz, because that's what it is, a pond of jizz. Have fun with that at the adventure table, because you just know someone is drinking it. There's always an asshole in every D&D group. You know who you are, Eric. Then because we like gross things, you can find more pools of jizzy birthing juice. It's just foamier, thicker, and absolutely delicious. From there you find the offering pool, where you chuck lobsters into a salty brine to the great seaman gods. Don't let those crustaceans go to waste. Beat 'em and eat 'em into fine salty chowder goo. There is Seraglio, a Koatoa concubine, which is gross, and an armory with 40 harnesses. And why? Why harnesses? Why is that stored in the armory and not, armor? Well, because sometimes only the finest bondage outfit will do.
Okay, men, we're going to war. It's going to be dangerous. It's going to be hard. And that's why you're going to be equipped with the best this nation has to offer. Like this warhammer here. Okay. And this harness. This? Yeah. What's wrong with it? It's sort of missing a lot of things. Like what? What's the problem? There's a lot of problems. It's just leather straps, and it doesn't even look comfortable. What's the point in this?
It's spanking time!
What are you talking about?
It's spanking time!
Yeah, I heard you, but we're going to war. It's not a bondage party. Who is this guy? Oh, he's from Dark Sun. He donated all the harnesses. Why?
Because it's spanking time!
Oh, we're gonna need all those warhammers back, and everybody's getting belts now. Now everybody, prepare your booty holes for the great Bum Bum Raid!
It's spanking time!
It's spanking time! It's spanking time!
It's spanking time!
It's spanking time!
It's spanking time!
Spanking time! It's spanking time! It's spanking time!
It's spanking time.
It's spanking time! I'm naked.